Okay, let's see what we have here for the message from the forest today. There was definitely a theme as we picked out the pieces for the nature casting today, and it was this theme of shedding layers that have kept us protected, that have protected our growth and our expansion. And while we nurtured a part of ourselves and grew in our strength, in our wisdom, and looking around, this guy here, completely on, almost running in parallel and opposite of the cracked open version, the seed, right? So this hasn't quite opened up to expose itself. However, there's a part of you, and this part of you has cracked open, and this actually went completely off of the throw, as in the part of your journey, which is actually toward the east here. This part of needing to continue cycles, to heal and expand, to continue cracking open, or to continue with the layers to get to this inner truth, to open up the heart fully, to receive and to be the divine love that you are. There's a couple options. So for some of you, this kind of took off toward the east, new beginnings. You may be choosing to go through more cycles of the spiral, of the inner journey, of the self-discovery and actualization. There may still be some exploration here for you to continue shedding some layers. Maybe there's some final layers here to shed. However, speaking to another group, or this could also just be simply a choice point for you, there's another perspective to bring in here of coming to the north, right? This made me think of North Node and what's under here. So this kind of, again, the leaf falling, this almost was cocoon-like for me, protecting something, but making space for you to come out of the cocoon and head toward your North Node to for this lifetime. Where are you here from this lifetime, right? You might have been exploring your South Node, and you've really, started to come around the wheel of life, and on the way you've shed this layer of adolescent consciousness. When the cicada finally comes up after years of being under the surface, under the soil, it finally emerges to come into the adult stage. It comes up and it sheds this skin. And in doing so, it gets to embrace a brand new life in its adult form, exploring everything above the surface that it has never explored in these some 17 years of adolescence. So thinking that maybe, I'm almost seeing this as, again, as a spiral. And what I'm hearing for those that resonate with this is you've been in this new beginning and new cycle and spiraling around and getting to know yourself, shedding layer by layer. Yet now it's telling you that you've done that and you're ready actually to come and fully open the heart space to be shared, to be seen, to be felt, to be embodied, because these layers have already fallen away, and even new growth, healing, new beginning has already started to emerge from what once was. So know that this ending that you're feeling, it might feel like something you've never experienced before, or there's a lot of fear, anxiety coming in because it's almost as if you're so used to this ascension spiral of, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to shed another layer. You've gotten to where there's nothing left to shed, and maybe trying to hold on to those layers, and it can feel like death, but know that every ending is a beginning, and maybe a beginning for something else to birth, but you might not want to take it with you. But maybe it's this shedding and this choosing to believe that death is the same as birth, and that this letting go is also what's serving new opportunities of growth, is supporting you as you come leaving your south node and heading to your north node. The south is who you have been, where you've come from, past lives, past experiences, past pains, past embodiments, to, well, what are you here to embody now, in this now moment, in this lifetime, in this experience? And maybe it's something that you've never experienced before. So allowing yourself to come out of these shells, out of the cocoon, and underneath both of these, which I loved, these two final things falling away, yet still protecting. When you allow that heart to open and these to fall away, underneath is this beautiful seed ready to be nourished. And I saw twins here, twin energy. It could be masculine and feminine, which the merger of masculine and feminine within leads to the birth of the child within, right? New beginnings, innocence, playfulness, a new creation, the new seed. And then it is pointing into, again, your north node. So I think what I was finding was the main overall message is you don't need to keep going in these new layers of self-discovery. This was complete as it left the spread and has now come to remind you that you actually have shed that final layer to step into your fullness. And there's a few things here that maybe you're holding on to that have already fallen away, but there's maybe some grief from letting that go and turning that grief into gratitude for what was, into so much love for these endings, these protective mechanisms that you did have, these versions of yourself that you knew really well that were protecting and strengthening you. Look at them with love and let them be fuel for new growth. Open your heart and allow the new seed that they are protecting and guiding. As these fall away, you come out of your cocoon. Let yourself be guided by your heart and your newest version of you, your newest realization of you, a you that you've maybe never met before. Let curiosity and love guide the way to your true north. Your true north. Maybe you thought that these pieces of you were your truest north, but there's a truer, higher, highest expression of you that's rooted in love as you fully open this heart space that has already been cracked open and ready for embodiment. Beautiful.